This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies just to see if you could save some cash? Well, Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states.
Hello, and welcome back to Buffering the Vampire Slayer once more with spoilers, retroactively inserted between Buffering the Vampire Slayer and once more with spoilers.
There's a caret that points up to the colon.
Yes. And then parenthetical, Watcher's Diary. Dun dun.
Wow.
I'm your host.
The only one.
Singular. Jenny Owen Youngs.
I'm that girl who's here sometimes, Kristin Russo.
My good friend Kristin Russo is joining me today only.
For one night only. And we're here to do a Watcher's Diary. And Jenny, we've really backlogged on Watcher's Diaries because we did not do a Watcher's Diary after we did the Dark Age, because you convinced me that it was completely reasonable to do 3 live shows in October, even though I have a 9-month-old, then 8-month-old baby. So we didn't. When
I came up with the idea, didn't it seem fun though?
To be honest with you, it was fun. However, as a result, there was some fallout. Ooh, that's a thing that I want to talk about too. But one of the things that was lost was the Watcher's Diary for the Dark Age. So, Watcher's Diaries are fast and loose, and we're gonna. Did you have something to say about
Nope.
You decided not to say it? Okay. And because they are whatever we want them to be, we'll be talking about some emails for the Dark Age as well. I'm going to put in some from What's My Line, and we have to catch up on what Dawn was doing. So we're going to talk about the Dark Age in this episode, and don't worry, we're going to get there. We're going to clean it all up, make it nice around the tree, and and we're doing this Watcher's Diary live. And I should say that we have some wonderful folks in the chat. It's the first time we've ever done this live. And someone, Avery, in the chat said, Sal is 9 months old, which is...
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Which is how I feel, okay? That is how I don't understand.
What if I told you that next month Aldrich is turning 3 years old?
It's not real. It can't be real. I talk about Aldrich a lot for various reasons. And whenever I go to say how old he is, like we had someone watching Sal this afternoon, and I was talking about like babies and what they do before they fall asleep, which for Sal is just talking and 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 then like passes out. So I was talking about Aldrich and how he, also sort of like goes batshit crazy before conking.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I go to talk about him, I'm like, and he is almost 3. And it's always like this befuddled how is included in that. Anyway.
It ain't right.
Jenny, before we transition from talking about our children to the first email set of questions, subjects of which are morgue question and corpse directions.
Nice.
I thought we might take a minute to talk about Fallout, the television show, and also our Beyond Buffering feed, because there's been some changes. Changes. And you seem best
God, let
suited.
them be the last changes. Once upon a time, we had one feed. Then we were like, new show, new feed. Then we were like, other new show?
No. That isn't even what we did. We said,
right.
We said, new show, same feed. Great.
Old show, new feed.
Hey, you know what? We are on the cutting edge of podcasting, okay?
Yeah.
And 75%.
We're innovators.
We are. We literally are. 75%
Progress
of the time.
isn't always a straight line, Kristin.
I'm telling you, I'm being serious. 75% of the time, we do a thing and then podcasting is like, oh, yeah, okay, we could do that thing. Let's do that thing. And so we've just been trying our best to figure out how to cover lots of television shows all at once. And I think we've been doing a decent job, but we've had to shake it up a little bit. So now instead of we went from 1 feed to 2 feed to 6 feeds. And now we're going,
6.
I made up the number 6. I don't know, 5. And now we're going back to basically 2 feeds. Angel on Top lives in its own feed and always has and always shall.
And that's none of our business. That's LaToya, Morgan, Brittany, and Laura's business. And I guess Kristin has a corner of the business. But elsewise, Buffering the Vampire Slayer, the feed, the original, you love it, so do we.
Except no substitutions.
Except no substitutions. Often imitated, never duplicated. Will be living in the Buffering the Vampire Slayer feed. What? Buffering the Vampire Slayer, the show, lives in Buffering the Vampire Slayer, the feed.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. That one's pretty easy.
Yeah. And then slightly less intuitive, but I feel like still pretty, you'll get the hang of it. Everything else that we do, you'll be able to find in a second feed called Beyond Buffering. That's where you're going to find the X-Files. That's where you're going to find the Boiler Room. That's where you're going to find Doom Coming. And that's where you're going to find starting today, the day of this taping, November 20th, just 2 days before my 44th birthday. That's where you're going to find Okie Dokie, our Fallout podcast. My favorite. No, they're all my favorites.
How dare you pick a favorite of our children?
I love them all. But it is like the most fun I had podcasting in a minute. It is our deep diviest podcast. There's a lot to talk about musically. It made it possible for me to convince Kristin to buy a PS5 and Skyrim and Fallout 4. So that's like pretty huge. And it's just a really, really fun podcast about a very, very awesome show that we love. And we are dropping season 1
right now,
which was previously available just to patrons, you good people listening as we tape this live. But we're making it available to the people in advance of season 2's premiere, which is beginning December 17th, which is also Kristin's 45th birthday.
Thank you so much. And thank you for letting everyone know which birthday it was. I want everyone to be able to keep track of our podcast feeds and also my aging self. Terry in the chat, I can handle all of the feed changing. Life happens. I'm just glad we have a date for the X-Files, which is also important to say. So beyond buffering, as Jenny said, it includes our coverage of the X-Files and Yellow Jackets and Fallout and My So-Called Life. X-Files listeners, you've been more than patient with us. It's been about a year since we last podcasted about the X-Files, and we are returning March 5th with season 3 of the X-Files. It doesn't even matter what happens between then and now. We will be talking about season 3 of the X-Files. Thank you for your patience. Wow. Okay, that's business.
Kristin, since we're talking about the X-Files, even though you just closed the door on that,
yeah. Did you hear my AOL Instant Messenger door slam sound effect?
Do you want to play just a really quick round of trivia?
Oh, sure. On
a little, you could consult your crystal ball if you like.
On X-Files? Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I actually have my crystal ball right here.
Oh, perfect.
It's so heavy. Has anyone seen the movie Unfaithful? You know how...
Yes.
Spoilers for the movie Unfaithful. Richard Gere picks up a snow globe and kills the French guy with it. That's what I think about when I hold this, because it is literally, it could be a murder weapon. And so I've been terrified because I don't like the stand that it came with is this like teeny tiny little thing. And the cats used to be in here. And I was like, somebody is going to get killed. So I have it sitting on an upside down mic stand, which now has given me enough safety. I feel safe enough to keep it on my desk. Hopefully this is not Chekhov's crystal ball. Anyway, what am I asking the crystal ball, Jenny?
Okay, Kristin.
Almost 45. I can still lift a crystal ball.
Wow, look at her go. So strong. Okay, in season 3 of The X-Files, a very special standalone episode that's coming our way, written by Darren Morgan, will introduce a female character who will be fun for us to watch.
Okay.
She will be responsible for us having a good time.
Great.
Okay.
The Faith Lehane of The X-Files.
Exactly. Is her name... What's her name? Is it Candy?
Okay.
Diamond?
Ooh.
Bambi?
Oh.
Or Jezebel?
Bambi.
You think it's Bambi?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was Diamond, but how can I not choose Bambi? I want it to be Bambi. I'm manifesting Bambi.
Okay, and are you getting any other vibes from your crystal ball about like anything you can tell me about Bambi?
Everyone thinks I look into my crystal ball, but actually this is what I do. If you're watching,
sort of osmosis kind of thing.
I just put it on my head like I used to do with my calculus textbook. Anything else from the episode? That was a broad question.
No, anything else about Bambi?
Oh, Bambi. Well, okay. You said she is an important character because
she's only in one episode.
Yep.
But she's notable.
She's notable.
She's memorable. Stacy said she lost her mom as a child. Stacy!
She lost her mother as a child. She works at a strip club. I'm sorry, but you gave me the names Candy, Jezebel, Bambi, and wait, what was the other one?
Did you say Diamond?
Diamond. And so I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say that perhaps these are stripper names. So she's a stripper, but we get a lot more backstory. The X-Files is breaking ground, and they're gonna give us a lot more backstory and nuance to this character than we would have ever expected. Mulder is going to have feelings for Bambi, and they are going to have sex, and Scully is going to have feelings.
Okay, and just to be clear, in your mind, if someone has a quote stripper name, they are most likely a stripper.
Oh, like you could have a stripper name without being a stripper?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, what if her name is just Diamond? What if that's the name her mother gave her?
I thought you were saying
or
like
Candy.
she literally has a stripper name but is not a stripper. Yes, I understand that people can be named Candy or Diamond or Jezebel or any of these things without being a stripper. But I'm choosing that. I'm choosing that.
Okay.
I have to put this down. My wrists hurt.
Put it down. Your frail wrists.
Listen, I'm holding a 20-pound crystal ball all day long, every day. Okay, did I do it?
You did it. Great job.
Great. Okay, Jenny, are you ready to get into some emails?
So ready.
Okay. We're going to go, there's a pair. Morgue question and corpse directions. Are you ready?
I think so.
Morgue question comes from Sarah, who is a PhD. No big deal. As someone who has spent a lot of time in a number of different morgues, if you have a wall fridge thing like they show in this episode, which is the Dark Age, and others, the bodies go in head first, feet at the door, for the same reason you guys talk about in the episode. The toe tags are easier to get to this way. But I will say that most morgues don't just have bodies open to the air like this. They're usually in body bags. That makes sense. Also, most morgues don't have the in-wall units anymore. They have more bodies than can fit in these, and they are not super practical. The morgues I've been in instead have walk-in fridges and freezers. Like walk-in fridges, freezers you see at restaurants, but way bigger. The bodies are typically in body bags on stainless steel shelves that can be slid into and out of the shelving units. One of my primary tasks as an intern in the investigations unit of the medical examiner's office in West Virginia when I was in college was to retrieve bodies from the cooler when funeral homes came to claim them. Tiny me, I'm 5'3" and maybe 120 pounds at that time, moving these very large shelves with 5 bodies each around a walk-in cooler, shifting them to the cart we could push down the hall. In the coolers used these cherry block deodorizers, and that smell has been forever ruined for me. When I smell artificial cherry, it also reeks of summertime dead people corruption. You're welcome, and I'm sorry, Sarah.
Whoa.
Okay, so the second email is from Dan, our friendly priest, as Dan says. It's called Corpse Directions, and this made my brain split open. Are you ready, Jenny?
I guess.
Hi, your friendly priest again. No idea about storage in morgues. Don't worry, Sarah had it covered, Dan. But in case you're interested, for funerals, we have the coffin feet first. Most churches are built with the front, the altar end, to the east. And if it isn't, we call that east anyway, towards Jerusalem. Traditionally, Christian bodies are buried face up, head west, toes east, so that at the bodily resurrection on Judgment Day, they stand up and are facing Jerusalem. So coffins are usually in that same alignment for a funeral. Meanwhile, this is where my brain exploded. Priests are either in their coffin face down, or carried and buried toes west, so that come the bodily resurrection, we stand up to face the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you have a choice, Dan? Can you choose west, east, or face down? Because I'm going west, east post my ordainment.
You're going west, east.
Ordination.
I mean, I guess it depends on you kind of have to have the core strength. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I have a 9-month-old and she's recently learned to pull herself up, stand up or whatever. It's a lot easier to stand up when you're face down. You can sort of push your butt up and get your feet under you and then pull yourself up.
I'm kind of picturing upon the event that it's sort of a the Craft-esque
just a
raising.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you have to apply your core strength because you will be, I guess this is where metaphysics gets involved because we assume you've been kind of decaying in the ground for however many years. Even if you reinflesh a la Buffy in the premiere of season 6.
Sure.
Will you reinflesh with the exact muscle tone with which you perished? Or will your muscles have sort of atrophied even though they didn't currently exist until
I think when it comes to Judgment Day, you just have your muscles. You know what I mean? I don't think there's atrophying when it comes to Judgment Day. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Jesus, you can email us at hello@bufferingcast.com if you have any input on how we should be buried. I will not be buried. I will be either cremated or I'm hoping that by the time of my departure, the mushroom suit has really gained in popularity and ease of use, but we'll see.
Oh, did we talk about this a while ago? The first mushroom suit?
I'm sorry. I just have to read a comment from Ashley in the chat. As a side sleeper, that's also how I'd want to be buried. Did we talk about the mushroom suit?
Did we talk about the first mushroom suit, the maiden voyage of mushroom suits in the United States?
You and I have, and probably somewhere, but you should just talk about it again because nothing.
First mushroom suit deployed in Maine earlier this year.
That makes sense.
In the U.S.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It was either going to be Maine or Oregon, It's
Yeah. We're ready to go back to the earth.
Okay, Jenny, what does our agenda say we do next? Do we go
reality television?
Do we?
I don't know. I'm not looking at our agenda.
You're not even looking at the agenda.
I forgot you made it.
Oh my God.
But I'll open it up now.
Oh, it really makes sense that you didn't know what was coming next since the subject of the email is Kristin was right.
What does that even mean? I saw your mouth move and I heard a sort of
You're gonna be thrilled about what it means, Jenny, and it does. And this and my next email will segue you right into your reality television segment. Okay, Alicia, I don't know. Writes in, Kristin was right. The subject line. Kristin enthusiastically opens the email. Now that I have your attention, rude. Your attention. I'm actually here to talk about Survivor. What the fuck?
Yes. Fuck yes.
Although I stand by it, Kristin was right about whatever it was. Thank you.
Okay, everybody wins.
I too am a lover of Survivor. And although my love for all things Buffy and buffering will always come first, I also spend maybe an embarrassing amount of time listening to podcasts about Survivor. Here is what I have learned. Yes, they filmed 2 seasons in a row, so that the second season filmed each summer has not seen any of the season that filmed right before it. Russell's first season was season 19, and he made such an impression that they asked him to stay and be on Heroes vs. Villains season 20. So while everyone on that season was a returning player, none of them had actually seen what Russell had just done, allowing him to do a lot of it again. Now, I know you are just busting over there, Jenny, but I want to just follow this up. Also, Alicia signs off the email with pronouns she, her, and also bisexual / Capricorn / Willow. And I just really appreciate that, you know. Just really appreciate everything in that email, top to bottom. Okay, now I want to just, Brian also wrote in about this Russell question, and there's just a little more information in it. And maybe, Jenny, you already know all of this, but some of us, myself included, are just learning. Okay, so same information at the top. The other players had not seen Russell play yet because of what we just established. I'm pretty sure the 2 seasons were filmed a month apart. On a funnier note about how in the dark everyone was, since this was back when they did the live finale that only happened after the season aired, Russell had no idea that he had lost his first season. He went through his second appearance convinced that he had won and that he just had to do the exact same stuff he'd done before. There's a line super late in the season in a confessional about how the jury didn't reward him with the win the first time he played. That is a really obvious ADR if you know how to look for it. Whoa. Just a little more context to him seemingly being drunk and talking about how the game is flawed after his second appearance.
Wow, I can't wait to report back to Jess. I think that I also read recently that Russell's second season was was when they started doing the back-to-back filmings.
So he really got it the worst.
He got it. Well, he got it the best, Kristen, because he was so just totally bonkers in the first season, and he was able to kind of like do a lot of the same nonsense because nobody had seen him play. Nobody knew his tricks. On day 1, he made a final 2 alliance with every single person on his tribe secretly and separately. And that's like how he played the game.
You know, I know you're not signing up for Survivor right now, but I do hope that one day, maybe for your 60th birthday.
My 60th birthday. We'll see. So as you know, season 50 is on the horizon. We're in the middle of season 49 right now, and I'm sorry to say that I am definitely not going to win my fantasy tribe.
I thought you were going to say I'm definitely not going to watch all the seasons before 50, and I was like, Jenny, we literally have been like, we're signed up for this. You can't fucking fail us.
You've been held hostage. No. Don't worry. That's going great. I won my fantasy tribe last season. I won first place and I have a trophy and I won some money. So that was very cool.
Wow.
This season, it's not going great, but you know who is in like the top 3?
Who?
Joanna Robinson.
Oh my God, Joanna's in your pool?
Joanna is in our pool, and when she submitted our picks, actually, she and Jess had selected the same exact tribes, just with different MVPs. You pick one person that you think is going to be the sole survivor, and then you get 30 bonus points if they win. So they had identical tribes, and Jess was like, "This is no fun. I don't want to have the same tribe. Like, I don't want anybody to have like the exact same tribe because then like there could be a tie or whatever." So the way that our tribe functions is first place gets like 500 something bucks, and then second place gets like $125, and then third place gets what it costs to enter, $35 back. So nice. Jess was like, instead, I'm going to build a trash tribe and see if I can just I'm going to aim for the lowest slot so I get my money back.
That's incredible.
And so far it's working, but if she had kept her tribe, she and Joanna would basically be neck and neck.
Wow. Okay, Jenny, what is your reality TV conversation?
I mean, the 2 things that I want to talk about are Survivor, which we've talked about a little bit already, and I don't even know if
a
beyond
little bit
that. Yeah, we don't need to talk about Survivor anymore. We've kind of covered it. Although I can report back and say, Survivor Halloween costume for the family, huge success. I know that I had talked about maybe going as coach, but we ended up just going as kind of like general survivors with like our buffs and like clothes that people frequently wear on Survivor. I wore some cargo pants and I wore a flowered shirt.
You like went as like the sexy survivor, like for you, like your version of sexy survivor.
Yes.
How can I be a survivor but also feel my best?
Right. Jess did the same thing, and then I made us a couple of torches using the flames repurposed from Akafla's portal.
Wow.
From our live event in Boston.
You gotta be careful with those flames.
Yeah. And Aldrich, of course, was Jeff Probst. People weren't like super recognizing him, but the people who did recognize him were like, oh my God.
We got an email from someone that I don't have like open in front of me, but we did get an email from someone who shared that in 2020, when the pandemic was sort of in full swing,
that was a good email.
They had all dressed up as survivors and had like a gathering outside, which was thematic for the survivor costumes, and sent pictures, and it was really just a wonderful creative use of a global pandemic. You know,
I think the person who had written the email had knit a beard for themselves, and then they had the tie-dye shirt, which is Rupert's signature look.
Yeah.
There was a Boston Rob. It was good.
It was. Yeah, I don't even know who they are, and it was great.
Oh, did I tell you? Okay, sorry, I'm almost done. With Survivor. Mm-hmm. Did I tell you that?
You know what I'm going to start doing? Is I'm gonna when you start talking about Survivor, which in this case is kind of my fault, but that's because Alicia duped me with her Kristin.
It was also on the itinerary.
Right, email, yeah. I'm going to light a candle, and I have a little candle snuffer outer, and when I'm done, I'm going to snuff the candle out, okay?
I like it. The tribe has spoken.
The tribe will have spoken, and the tribe is me. Okay, say your last thing about Survivor, and then bring us to the next corner of reality television.
Okay. Did I tell you that I recently watched a season that had the woman who played Blair Warner on The Facts of Life in it?
You did.
Okay. Cool. Now I'm watching a season with former NFL player Brad Culpepper. Does that name mean anything to you?
It's recognizable to me, but I don't
like
know.
A guy who played football, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him.
Also, like, what a great last name.
I don't like how he's playing.
Culpepper, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun to say.
The season that he's on that I'm watching right now is called Blood versus Water, Kristin, where 10 returning players come and they get to bring what?
I want to guess what blood versus water means.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I kind of figured it out.
Well, you probably figured it out, but you may not have guessed the twist that Jeff rode up on his tricycle and was like, "Want to play a game?" So 10 returning players come and they get to bring a loved one to play with them. But there's a twist. As soon as they get to the beach, Jeff splits them into tribes, and it's returning players versus the tribe of their loved ones. Can you believe it?
I can believe it. That is what reality television is literally made for.
I know. Okay. End of Survivor.
Okay. Kristin snuffs out candle. I actually snuffed it out a couple minutes ago, but I didn't have it this time, so.
We already talked about this, I think, at our VIP hang in Burlington, but I wanted to get it on record on the pod to let people know that I am currently watching season 1 of Too Hot to Handle.
And it doesn't include the number 2, which is really unfortunate, right?
Which is, unfortunately, no digits, just full-ass words. And I want to just let everybody who doesn't know that the premise of this show is they get like 10 fuckboys and fuckgirls. They're like, we need people who do not do relationships and only do one-night stands, and preferably as many as possible. And they're like, oh, come on this sexy sex reality show. Sex. And they get all of these people who are ostensibly too hot to handle into a little, let's call it a villa. That's a proprietary Love Island word, but
sure.
They've got like a little
It's
zone.
got a lot of beds. Some of them might even have rubber sheets.
Yes.
Yeah.
And peppered throughout are these little things that kind of look like if you have a child, sort of looks like a hatch, or if you don't have a child, looks like sort of like an opaque lava lamp.
Like a Google Home.
Yeah, like a smart something.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that lights up and like talks to you.
Okay.
And the robot's name is Lana. And she gives
Lana!
them instructions.
Yeah.
Lana. And okay, so here's the premise. They get them together. They like get to hang out for like 12 hours or something. And then when the clock strikes 12 hours, they're like, guess what? The premise of this reality show is that actually none of you can kiss or have sex or do anything in between.
I was
All
like,
you
there's a
can
big
do is-
chasm between kissing and having sex, but okay.
All you can do is talk and cuddle and develop actual feelings, ideally. We're only interested in fostering real relationships. There's a $100,000 cash prize that they all get to split at the end, but every time somebody does something,
Kisses
money
or
gets
has sex
deducted.
or... Okay.
money gets deducted from the pot. So that's what I'm watching right now. I wouldn't have sought it out, but it's a group activity and I'm having a blast.
Now, are you familiar with the Seinfeld episode? I don't remember the title of the episode, but where they all agreed to not masturbate, or they like are in a competition and it's like, are you the master of your own domain? Yada, yada. Is there any of that in this? Like, can you please yourself?
You cannot.
Wow. Okay. So it's a celibate island. Love Island and Celibate Island.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. The Contest is the name of the episode. Of course. Thank you, listener Craig. I have to say, between the two, I'm going to watch Too Hot to Handle, though.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I want to see what happens when fuckboys and fuckgirls have to confront their possible feelings.
Not enough people saying fuck girls out here. Trying to get that started. Put that on the short list of my vernacular that I'm trying to get going.
All right, I have a couple more emails before we get to your pet sound, and we get to, of course, what was Dawn doing.
Okay.
But to roll us into the what was Dawn doing in the Dark Age, I wanted to read an email, the subject line of which is very important info, music in season 2, episode 8. Wait, I can't even believe this. This is from Robin. I'm a few weeks behind on the pod. So are we, Robin. So just listened to the coverage of season 2, episode 8. You all wondered, and so did I the first time around as well, what you thought of the music that Buffy aerobicizes to in the library that irritates Giles to no end as, quote, noise. Your take this time is that it is not for you. Well, I am here to tell you that you should give it another chance. The electric, Jenny, you're fucking gonna lose it. The electric guitar riff is the Judas theme from Jesus Christ Superstar. And then Robin goes on to say that Murray Head, older brother of Anthony Stewart Head, sang the original Judas on the original concept album. But wait, there's more. Do you know the other concept album Murray Head sings on? He is the original Freddy in Chess. You'd recognize him from One Night in Bangkok, which is the radio hit that came off the concept album. That is the musical currently revived on Broadway with a new book by none other than Danny Strong. The Buffy links run deep, and then Robin says, give Jesus Christ Superstar a try. It's a treat, to which Jenny melts and dies because I think it's your favorite.
I love Jesus Christ Superstar, and it's breaking my brain right now because in watching that scene, every time I watched it in prep for the pod, I was like, man, this is familiar. And then I just kept being like, I must just recognize it from this episode. And I was like, is it kind of like the music that she's listening to in Forever? The episode after the body when Dawn does a little spell and Buffy is like microwaving something.
No, you're thinking...
Am I thinking of Conversations with Dead People? Oh, it's when her mom is sick. Sorry. People in the chat with the live updates. Thank you so much. It's when Joyce is sick. It's the Queller Demon. She can't hear the Queller Demon.
Right.
Because she's listening to this very loud dishwashing music.
Yeah, and it's not. You're right. It is not the same. But I just can't recover from the fact that this is from Jesus Christ Superstar.
And that's why it's so familiar to me.
That's why it's so familiar.
Bink, 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 bink.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Crazy.
It takes a village.
Okay.
The holidays are approaching, and everyone knows that this time of year, the sooner you can get things done, the better. For both shoppers and businesses, the best time to score great deals during the holidays is during that Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. And if you have your own business, whether you've been around the block a few times or this is your first year going through the holiday sale rush, the most important thing you can have is a platform that can handle everything that's about to be thrown at you. This is a crucial time for your business and your customers. And with Shopify, you can be sure that your tools and platform are ready for anything that comes your way. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names to entrepreneurs who will be participating in their first Black Friday, Cyber Monday this year. With everything else going on, you probably don't have time to spend hours poring over every little detail in your online store. That's why Shopify's thousands of templates and tools help you streamline website creation and make sure that your site isn't just aesthetically pleasing, but functional and easy to use. Shopify's expedited checkout, Shop Pay, saves customer information and reduces hassle. And the best part is that it's been proven to boost conversions, meaning you'll see less abandoned carts and more profits. You can also stress less knowing that Shopify's award-winning customer support team is on standby 24/7 to help with any issues that arise, allowing you to get back to your business as fast as possible. This Black Friday, join the thousands of new entrepreneurs hearing for the first time with Shopify. Sign up for your free trial today at shopify.com/realm. That's shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm and make this Black Friday one to remember.
Goodbye, Kyle!
Did the sound of those words call to you like Pavlov's dog? Then you might enjoy our podcast, Turtle Time.
Every week, you can join me, Riley Hamilton, and my co-host, Amy Scarlotta, as we cover the most pressing Bravo news and dig into the new episodes to answer important questions like, who the hell is Adrian Malouf in this world?
Listen to Turtle Time on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Wednesday and Friday.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Tom.
So big news to share, right?
Yes, huge, monumental, earth-shaking.
Heartbeat sound effect big. Meat is back.
That's right. After a brief snack nap.
We're coming back. We're picking snacks.
We're eating snacks.
We're rating snacks.
Like the snackologists we were born to be.
Meat is back.
Mike and Tom eat snacks.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Unless you get them from a snack machine, in which case, call us.
Call us.
Jenny, would you like to hear what Dawn was doing during
that I would like to hear that, please.
Okay, great.
Was she at the mall? Was she at ballet? Was she drawn on a trapper keeper all day? Was she nursing a crush on a boy from PE? Was she writing it all down in her diary? What was Dawn doing? What was Dawn doing? What was Dawn doing? What was Dawn doing?
Kristin with an I writes in. Mom's at Spanish class again, which means Buffy's babysitting, and Dawn's first night in the Sunnydale High Library. She watches Buffy aerobicize, now we know to what song, mimicking her own kicks, like maybe her Halloween Slayer powers will kick back in if she tries hard enough. Between moves, she darts to the shelves, peppering Giles with, "What's this one about?" until he finally storms off into his office, muttering about newfangled nonsense. He's just so old.
Excuse me.
Pardon. At school the next day, her missing journal obsession boils over. Dawn tears through her locker, the lost and found, even corners Kirsty in the bathroom to accuse her of stealing it. Of course, Kirsty denies it. They're sworn enemies. Still, she comes home empty-handed again. Relief only comes when Buffy casually mentions meeting Giles at the hospital about a blood theft. Totally normal Slayer goodbye. One more night, Dawn doesn't have to confess her missing pages. The next evening, Joyce is out with the gallery's computer guy again. So Dawn winds up back in the library. When Ethan Rain shows up and chaos explodes, Buffy shoves her into Giles' office and orders her to stay put. Dawn fiddles with a shiny orange orb on his desk, ear pressed to the door, until Buffy comes back just long enough to pawn her off on Willow and Xander. When Willow comes up with her genius plan, the Scoobies tell Dawn they'll be right back. You're never supposed to say that. And dash off to rescue Jenny. Awaiting their return, Dawn comes to an important realization. she has the library to herself. She sprints through the stacks, thumbing random books until she trips over the phone cord and yanks it straight out of the wall. Oops. Finally settling down to do homework, she flips open her notebook and a folded scrap of paper slips out. Your secrets are safe with me. Dawn's chest tightens. Who knows who wrote it? Her panic only breaks when Buffy returns, sporting a brand new tattoo. Dawn's eyes widen. She is definitely telling Mom.
Wow. Another banger.
Tori in the chat, oh my God, the subtle orb of Thessala paperweight. This is what makes these, like, I mean, there's a lot of things that makes What Was Dawn Doing so fun, but the like tiny little things that are woven in throughout are very, very fun. And I will say that if you listen to our next Watcher's Diary, you'll get some continuity with the phone cord being unplugged. It's really all happening. Wow, Jenny's getting ready for Pet Sounds. The guitar.
Well, actually, Kristin.
Oh, yes. You're playing something that is not a pet sound right now. That is actually connected to what Dawn was doing. Okay.
That's correct. What do you think about that?
I love it. Jenny, while you sort out your guitar stuff, can I tell people that there's some really fun stuff that happens every year and has for a very long time? And that is the Secret Scooby gift exchange and Joe Bacaflod. Joe Bacaflod? I will never know if I'm saying it right. You have, if you're a patron, these are two really beautiful, wonderful gift exchanges that happen. They've been happening for so many years. Secret Scooby is sort of a secret gift exchange. You get assigned to another listener, or Jenny and I are always in the mix as well. I'm not saying it correctly. How do I say it? Will you phonetically type it out for me? And I'll try to say it correctly. And then the book flood. That's what it means, right? That's its translation is, it's not even J. Of course not. Oh, Yola Bocaflod. Yola Bocaflod? Is that better, Lorena? Yes. Okay. Is for those of us who want to also exchange books. And that is run by Lorena every year. And it's amazing. And you sort of like put your favorite kinds of books down and you get assigned to somebody and you can pick if you like ebooks or audiobooks or physical books. And you have until Friday or through Friday, November 28th, if you're a patron, to sign up for these. And we'll do a Patreon post in advance of that as well, just so there's like a centralized place for you to find the links to join those things. So yes, I already see somebody in the chat who is like, I can't find the correct Discord link. Don't worry. We will send a Patreon post out to all of our patrons that have the links to both of those in the next few days so that you can find it. All right, Jenny.
Okay, Kristin.
How's your guitar doing?
It's doing okay. It's going to probably be quiet for live, but when I send you the tracks, you'll have a well-recorded guitar relatively.
The folks in the live watch will listen again to hear the What Was Dawn Doing jingle and also Jenny's live song here.
Well, what if those two songs weren't so different? Was she at the mall? Oh no. Why did I start with a An interesting choice, Jenny. Okay. Was she at the mall? Was she at ballet? Was she drawn on her trapper keeper all day? Was she nursing a crush on a boy from PE? Was she writing it all down in her diary? What was Dawn doing? What was Dawn doing? What was Dawn doing? What was Dawn doing?
A plus.
Hooray.
Incredible job. And you know what? It's good that you got your guitar set up because we will need it pretty soon.
Totally.
For the pet sound. I have one more email. I saved, like, there's some emails that are just like doozies that really, make you think and have content that I'm always like, man, I wish I could think of things like this to podcast about. And so I saved one of those for the end of this Watcher's Diary. Jenny, the title of this email is What's My Line and the Feminine Mystique. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This comes from Willa. Hi, Kristin and Jenny. Hi, Willa. After being familiar with the title and premise for many years, I'm currently in the process of reading The Feminine Mystique for the first time, and it's been fascinating to get a new sense of historical context for some of the issues faced by women throughout American history. As I'm sure you know, one of the main subjects of the book is that girls in the mid-century were offered no future outside of being a wife and mother, and education for girls and women was altered in order to help them, quote, adjust to this inevitable destiny. Although women were able to go to college and many of them excelled at their work and were passionate about it, a lot of women dropped out or did not attend post-secondary education at all because they either saw no point in studying for a career they could not have, felt that their studies would make it more difficult for them to find husbands, or simply succumbed to social stigma around being too intelligent or educated. Education for women was altered to prepare them to be wives and mothers, with both high schools and colleges offering their female students lessons in cooking instead of chemistry and home economics instead of regular economics. All in all, girls and women were discouraged from learning anything that wasn't relevant to being a housewife, and they were certainly discouraged from actually being anything other than a housewife. Buffy's journey with education, work, and visualizing a future for herself throughout the show closely mirrors this struggle. While still in high school, she's told by a man she doesn't know that she has a destiny, despite her protests. This destiny, when it is thrust upon her, continuously interferes with her ability to pursue an education, not only in the extreme way of getting her kicked out of school, but also because it requires her to miss classes to instead be trained and prepared for her role as a slayer. She cannot dream of possible futures for herself because she's already been forced onto a path that she cannot leave. While she does enjoy and even excel at school at various points in the show, her commitment to slaying usurps all opportunities, and she eventually ends up dropping out and working a customer service job, albeit not because of slaying, but, interestingly enough, because of her familial duty and role as a caretaker for Dawn. Slaying is meaningful and rewarding for Buffy, but the weight of her role also forecloses a lot of other potentially meaningful experiences and opportunities for her, including potentially the opportunity to experience adulthood at all. It feels a little odd to compare being a chosen warrior with being a mid-century housewife, especially when having a smart, powerful female fighter at its center is what marks Buffy as a feminist text, regardless of the more complex and critical understanding we now have of the show and its creator. But I think, if anything, it's Buffy's desire to be far more than just a fighter, more than just what her body is, quote, meant for, and more than what a group of faraway men think she should be, that makes her character and the show resonant and empowering for so many women, including myself. Sorry for the rambling email, but I would love to hear your thoughts on how Buffy's struggle in this episode reflects the real-life struggle of many women before her. Keep up the good work. I mean, Willa, I don't know that we could say anything more powerfully than you've said in this email. I just think that this is... It's one of those things where you like skirt around. Like, I feel like we sort of have talked around this in many ways, but never really like put a finger on it. And I think maybe the one thing that came up for me in reading this email too is the ending of the series as like a sharing of this thing with anyone. And it's kind of like anyone who wants to take it on, then like the burden, the sort of like forced nature of it is undone by that sharing. And so if you look at that in this larger theme, I think that also applies and also is sort of like the undercurrent of what makes the ending and that moment so powerful.
Well said, Kristin.
Thank you. I have a master's degree in gender studies, so...
I know. That's why I let you field questions like this one.
But I just love this. I have another email that I have sort of queued up for the next Watcher's Diary that is talking about like Freud and the Slayers. And it's just so fun. And a lot of times we don't have the space or like even the thought to bring in these like larger themes. And so I just love the emails that come in that are like this. They're just delicious, you know?
I totally know.
Now, I have a master's in gender studies, but you have a degree in music. So we're both going to really excel at the various parts of this Watcher's Diary.
Okay.
I think that is a wrap for this particular installment of our very first live Watcher's Diary.
Did you want me to sing a little pet sound?
Yes, apart from our
okay.
pet sound. That's what brings us. That's what takes us out. Is our pet sound.
Okay, cool. Phew. All right. What's a real shame, Kristen, is that we're not in the same place because this is actually a duet pet sound that I'm going to have to cover both bases of that I'm not really qualified to cover either base of.
You're going to do great.
This is a message from Sally who says, "Hello, I've been enjoying everyone's pet sounds so much. They make me feel far more normal for the amount of songs I sing at. Esme. Could Esme be a Russian blue? Esme is gray with big green eyes. I'm looking at a picture of Esme right now.
I would guess Russian blue, yeah.
Esme is beautiful. And Sally recently composed alternate lyrics for Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. Something to the tune of, get the cat, get the little cat. Get the cat, get the little cat. Esme, you are such a very little cat. Get the cat before she do a run. Get the cat before she do me wrong. Esme, get her and give her a little pat. What's the phrasing? I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. You know when you've heard a song 8,000 times and you're like, surely this is just in my DNA. I'm like, does the guy sing Save Me? Does, what's her face? Amy Lee sing the Save Me part? What happens there?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention
Kristen?
to you because I'm busy trying to send the chat the picture of Esme that I just downloaded.
Oh, good. Okay. Get the cat, get the little cat, get the cat, get the little cat. And then is the dude like, save me? Or does he scream it? Does anyone know? I feel like I knew this a week ago when we were taping, but it's gone now.
Regardless, I really enjoyed that. He
screams, sings it.
Okay.
Esme! You are such a very little cat. Get the cat before she do a run. I get the cat before she do me wrong. Esme, get her and give her a little pat.
Oh,
get her and give. Hang on. The phrasing is coming together in my mind. Get her and give her a little pat.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry, Sally. Sorry, Esme. Everyone deserved better, but we got there.
I had a blast.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, how do we sign off?
I want to know if Esme is named after a Twilight character.
Jenny, how do we end Watcher's Diaries?
Nobody knows. Except maybe everyone listening. We don't know.
And on that note, have a lovely day.
And also with you.
The Regency era. You might know it as the time when Bridgerton takes place, or the time when Jane Austen wrote her books. But the Regency era was also an explosive time of social change, sex scandals, and maybe the worst king in British history. And on the Vulgar History podcast, we're going to be looking at the balls, the gowns, and all the scandal of the Regency era. Vulgar History is a women's history podcast, and our Regency era series will be focusing on the most rebellious women of this time. That includes Jane Austen herself, who is maybe more radical than you might have thought. We'll also be talking about queer icons like Anne Lister, scientists like Mary Anning and Ada Lovelace, as well as other scandalous actresses, royal mistresses, rebellious princesses, and other lesser-known figures who made history happen in England in the Regency era. Listen to Vulgar History wherever you get podcasts.
There are names that echo in the world of true crime, names that carry unanswered questions. Oakley Carlson, a 5-year-old girl who deserved safety, protection, and love, Yet the system built to protect her failed, and Oakley disappeared. Her community still calls her name.
Or Ellen Greenberg, found in her locked apartment with 20 stab wounds. A case declared a suicide. But how does a locked apartment tell two different stories at once?
These are not just cases we have covered. They are people. They were loved, and they mattered.
Their stories deserve to be told with care, with depth, with truth.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Ricky.
We are the husband and wife duo behind Crime Salad.
Every week we uncover stories of the missing, the silence, the misunderstood. We ask the questions that were left behind. We refuse to let these stories be forgotten.
Because behind every case is a family holding on, a community seeking answers, and a story that deserves to be heard.
We invite you to listen to Crime Salad,
your healthy portion of true crime, wherever you get your podcasts.